I wake up each day to watch the sunrise, and it's truly a spiritual experience for me. I have to find the courage each day to face the fact that I was once a convicted felon. Where did I find that courage? My parents, Dar and Lolita Airan, got married 12 days after they first met. They had to find the courage to trust their family, to arrange a marriage that has been successful for now almost 52 years. And can I tell you guys something? They are madly in love. They came here after they got married, they went to graduate school, they became entrepreneurs and started their businesses, and they had 3 daughters. The truth is, this is not so unusual here. But it doesn't make it any less courageous. They had the courage to take risks, and those risks often have rewards. I lived in this house in high school because of that courage. But I also witnessed my parents lose this house in 1989 when they had to file bankruptcy. And they had to find the courage to start over. They had the courage and have always taught us to continue to learn and to grow. So when I was in middle school, my father went to law school at night, every day after work. And my mother then followed and then went to law school when I was in high school, which incidentally was a birthday gift for my father because he asked her to. In 1992, along with many others here, my family lost now their second home when Hurricane Andrew struck Miami. Our house was flooded and we lost everything. My parents found the courage to now start over once again. My parents have always taught me the value of an incredible education. So when I went to UNC Chapel Hill, I had the courage to excel academically, but also to be the first woman in the school's history to run for student body president. So what did I do after college? Yep, I went to law school. My parents taught me right from wrong. In law school, I learned what's legal and illegal. But as we know, they're not always in alignment or the same thing. My parents are both lawyers. I was a lawyer. Who do you think in my family would be the last person to break the law? In 2014, I was indicted for bank fraud. I didn't set out to commit a fraud. I just thought I was zealously representing my client. But ultimately, I had to have the courage to own it, to accept responsibility, and plead guilty. I was sentenced to 1 year and 1 day in prison. And my law license? What do you think happened to that? So I come from a big family. Who do you think all these happy people are? They're just part of it. And I am the oldest of all of them. And all I could think about when this was happening was, what are they going to say? I was a role model for success for them. Will they still look to me for advice? And what will my parents say? Reluctantly, I finally had to break the news to my parents. What do you think they did? Did they disown me? Did they stop talking to me? No, they embraced me. And they gave me the courage to face that really difficult road ahead. So what was that difficult road like? Honestly, I was terrified. Who was I going to be locked up with? Who would I be when I got out? Oh, and incidentally, by then I had a husband and 2 kids. What was going to happen to them when I was away? My kids learned that their mom did something wrong and she would be away for a year. But they also saw me own it, face the consequences, and take action. I had the courage to be the mother, to stand for accountability, and to show them resiliency. Some of us are Christians, Jews, Muslims, but we Hindus, we've got the monopoly on cool TVs. Ganesh gives me the courage to overcome any obstacle in my life, to walk through every open door that I find, to have the courage to move forward, which for me meant I was sitting still for a year. That courage has allowed me to own my truth, to stand and live in vulnerability. That courage that my parents have inspired me to find, that courage has led me to some surprising places. A total new beginning. Even the prosecutor who got me locked up respects my courage enough to now share the stage and be a speaker with me. Together, we're on stages all over the globe talking about accountability, courage, leadership, vulnerability, ethics. But sometimes it's not like we hoped for. I wish I could say it's been rosy ever since then, but life happens. My family, along with so many others who face challenges every day, and failures and sadness, we now live without my sister, who passed away 3 years ago from mental illness. My parents wanted to give me courage, but it's not that easy. They certainly inspired it and definitely have role modeled it for me. I think we all wish we could give our kids courage. The challenge is to show them what courage looks like so they can find it when they're ready. So what will you do tomorrow morning? Will you lie in bed and miss the sunrise? Or will you wake up and have the courage to face the challenge of each new day? Thank you.